You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Wednesday to you all. Good evening, welcome to EVH and Gear TV. We are live, not a regular scheduled program, but we're going to have some fun for a short little bit. Feeling somewhat under the weather today with a cold. Junior is quite sick. He had a sore throat coming on, and I think I've caught it from him a little bit. He was home from school today, and now I've picked it up. And I figured one of the best ways to get rid of it is a hot coffee and maybe doing a little bit of sweating on guitar. So what inspired this broadcast this evening is I haven't played through my big rig here in quite some time. When I call my big rig, as you can see behind me here, the 100-watt 5150 and the 412, and my pedal board, which you can't see, and I'll kind of go over the pedal board. I could have put a camera on the floor, but it would have been, you'd be staring at my feet, and it would be pretty boring. But I'll tell you about the pedal board. A lot of you know about it as it is. And actually, I need to change my chat as from top chat to live chat before Nocturnal tells me. She's always a good reminder of that. But anyways, I decided to hook up the big rig today, and I haven't done this for a while. And it's you get that guilt feeling when you tend to get into digital gear and you're obsessed with digital gear like I am. And digital gear is probably something I'll be doing for the rest of my life. But analog gear has a very, very special place in my heart, and probably a lot of our hearts too. Even for some of us that have switched fully to digital, it's hard to not embrace that that tone that we had forever, right? So I hooked it up. And even not feeling my best, I got a good mojo going with it right away. It was pretty good. It was that old kick in the chest with the air moving, the speakers moving air and things like that. Very, very cool. So first of all, everyone in the chat, I'm going to say hi to you in a second as well too. I had a problem last night when I went live. I was actually using my webcam mic as opposed to my mixer, which sounded very, very bad. So let me know if give me a thumbs up or any kind of emoticons or whatever emojis in the chat. Let me know that my audio is what you normally hear here with the microphone. Test 1 2 from this guy. Okay, we should be good. I'm pretty sure we are. Judging by my meters on screen, we look good. So let's say hi to everybody. First and foremost in the chat, we got Quentin James saying hello. Sean Close is here. Mr. Fox is here. That's one of Bane Rocks' friends. Mr. Fox, nice to have you joining. Eamon Wyse is here. Scott Comer, I think it is. I'm pretty sure. He says, howdy do. Nocturnal Butterfly is here. Hello, everybody, she says. Carlo Santin, hey guys, I'll tune in for a few. No problem, Carlo. I know you've got to work early in the morning. Charles Wood says, love that PV. Yes, what's really cool about this, I'm playing this one for a couple reasons. Number one, and you can see the headstock on it as well. This is a very, very special guitar to me. This is a USA patent pending PV Wolfgang from back in 97, late 97, early 98. It was one of the first ones, if not the very first one into Canada. And it's been a real special guitar to me. It's been my number one for many, many years. In the band, when I played some of the music you'll hear tonight, it was always a guitar I'd always pick up off the shelf or off the guitar rack at the back. If I ever had any questions which guitar was going to perform the best, it was this one. And you might have seen, if you're on Facebook, have a look on facebook.com/EVH Gear TV. Roger Diodak from Diodak Ghost Guitars has replicated this guitar for me in a ghost form. He makes really cool LED lamps. They look like a hologram, and he's captured this guitar kind of, this is customized. This was customized for my band, and I had giant FC glow-in-the-dark letters on here, like giant FC. You could kind of think of it, like, Chicken Foot, Joe Satriani and Sammy Hagar and those guys, Michael Anthony. They had the Chicken Foot guitars. This was long before Chicken Foot. I did it long before they started doing that stuff. I mean, we're talking 90, 98. Van Halen was still together then at that point, but there wasn't Chicken Foot. But anyways, I had the giant FC on there. And then when I left the band, in a fit of rage one day, I just yanked off the FC letters, and I kept the rest of this motif on here. Got the chrome out here, the chrome pickup rings, all that kind of stuff. So when Roger built me the Ghost guitar, and the pictures are on Facebook, by the way, I had him make it to go back to the old Finding Core logo, and that inspired me to kind of take this guitar and put it back to that. So I'm going to get it completely updated, and it's going to go back to the old FC Finding Core Wolfgang. So it's really, really special. So this is a great guitar. It plays good. It's got blood, sweat, tears, and I mean literally blood, everything in this guitar. And it's It's very, very special. It's been fully futoned, as you'd expect here from from any of my guitars. Somewhat relict, natural relict. Beautiful bird's eye on that. You can see just absolutely beautiful. And most of the bird's eye is popped out just from all kinds of sweat and, you know, things, turmoil from the years. The guitar has seen a lot of good stories and a lot of good road and a lot of bad road. But today we're going to have some fun with it. Let's continue down. So we left off, that was with Charles Wood. Thank you for the comment. Eamon Wyse is the now famous lit up PV. Yeah, pretty cool. And the shirt kicks butt too. That's from Sean. That's from VanHalenStore.com. And I apologize if I'm breathing heavy today. I'm a little bit out of breath with this cold. And Carlos says, how loud is it in that room? How do you control the volume and still get good tone? It's quite loud. I'll give you an idea. I'm on the dirty channel, the blue channel right now, and you're just going to hear just this microphone picking it up. Okay, so that'll give you a bit of a rough idea of how loud it is. I have a mic on the cabinet. Remember the other day I did a video, I was trying to say, you guys pick my microphone. Which one do you like better? The Rode Procaster, which I'm speaking into here, or one of these guys here, which is a condenser microphone, an NT1. Well, I have an NT1 right back there. You can almost see it behind the Amber Wolfgang poking up on the top right speaker. So it's a Rode NT1 miking that. But what you're going to hear right now is strictly just the room mic. So that's what you're hearing, right? That's just the room mic. If I was to turn on the actual cab, be prepared. All right, so there's that. So it's loud. It's loud, Carlo. But it's tolerable for sure. And with headphones on, it's not as bad. But I shut all the windows in the house because, even my studio is relatively, I'd say, 70% soundproof. It's late in the evening here, 9:30 here in Eastern Standard Time, Ontario. And I do have some neighbors close by, so we'll keep our fingers crossed that the local police don't show up. We should be good. And if not, we'll get them to say hi on camera. I know them all anyways. I kind of work for them, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let me see here. Quentin James says the tubes will burn out that virus. Yeah, I think so. I do think so. Eamon Wyse says all sounds good. Okay, perfect. Video, audio, good, perfect. We're getting good consistency on that. Jason Wade is here. Thank you, Jason Wade. Nice speaking with you last night. And thank you for the other, you know what I'm talking about. It's awesome. You rock, buddy. Let me see here. How's Flo gonna treat you, Jason? And not too bad. Oh, okay. And by the time it reaches, as we're talking about the hurricane, 50, 60 mile per hour winds and rain, like a bad thunderstorm. Okay, that's good. So you're not really, really, really huge. And yeah, that's a good one too. Charles Wood says FCU should change it to NB for Nocturnal Butterfly. I like that idea. And I'm sure she loves the idea. You never know. Let me see here. Scott says, nice axe. Chad Boston is here. Chad, I'm sorry I missed your live broadcast earlier, but I'm seeing some posts on Facebook and some things like that you're having. Chad's on a campaign for health, and I think you're doing really, really good. I'm just sorry I did miss your live broadcast earlier, but I saw your dinner kind of treat after the fact. That's awesome. You're doing really good. Proud of you, buddy. D. Lee's is here. Hey, I'm great to see you here, man. D. Lee says, ordered a Wolfgang Standard last Friday. They still haven't sent it yet. This channel is all I have right now. Yeah, thank you. We were commenting back and forth on he was getting a new guitar or whatever, and I was excited for him. So please keep me posted. You comment on that same thread, D. Lee's, or message me however you like to, and I'd like to see that guitar when you get it. And I'm hoping everything arrives safe and sound for you. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that everything is playable and great when you get it. I'm sure it will be. And I'll also give you some recommendations for some futon upgrades because it will make a huge difference, even on a very expensive guitar. A very expensive guitar, futon makes a huge difference. On an inexpensive guitar, it makes a world of difference. And I'm not saying that's not an inexpensive guitar, but we're talking standards, like that's the entry level of the Wolfgangs. And as you've seen here of my standards, we've got several standards. I always futon them right away. And Nocturnal Butterfly says, yeah, everyone take care and stay safe. She's a nasty one. And Chad says, thank you, and trying to look good for NAM. So yeah, keep us posted. If you're, like I said yesterday in the live stream, if you're in the path of the hurricane and storm like that, I guess it is shifting south or something. Nocturnal was saying earlier today. Let us know. I'd just like to know about the family here, that everyone's good. And D. Lee says, I'm really looking forward to getting it. I bet you are, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited for you. I get excited for any of our community here gets a new guitar. Like it's a new guitar day for all of us, and we all live through that. It's really awesome. Okay, so long story short, one quick sip of hot coffee before it's not going to be hot for much longer. And you know what? I just have to approve this message. That's good. Oh, yep, good. Okay, I already did. So I guess Nocturnal approved that. Julian says, please check my Running with the Devil cover. It's live on my YouTube channel. I will for sure. I look forward to checking it out. Oh, nice. And D. Lee says your purple wolf you sold me. Well, that's awesome. Very, very cool. So got inspired, fired up the rig. So as I told you, I'm playing through the 100-watt EVH 5153 half stack, running to the matching 412 with a mic on the cabinet. And in my opinion, people ask me this all the time, which EVH amp do you like of the entire series? And it might sound silly, but I call this the first gen. The first gen 5153, not only is it the first gen, it's the first one before they even put the little F Fender logo in front of the 5150. So very first gen. It's like immediate first gen amplifier. I love it. It's my favorite of the entire series of amplifiers. And I play the lunchboxes sometimes. The lunchboxes now I don't even use too much. It's just this amp, or if I'm using tube at all, then I go to, obviously with my Helix wet, dry, wet kind of sound sometimes with this. So my pedal board, I've talked about this before. I can't necessarily show the pedal board right now because it's just not easy to do. But I've got a board which is, in my opinion, it's like the hot rod coolest board out there, made by IdeaBench, ideabench.com. Maybe down the road, Nocturnal can post the link in the chat. I didn't give it to her, and she's not. Don't feel on the spot, Nocturnal, if you can't find the link. But ideabench.com, they make incredible boards. Now, keep in mind, they're not an entry level board. They're not a cheap board. They're not. I wouldn't say they're any more expensive than some of the other top of the line boards. They're priced accordingly, but it's a one time purchase. With IdeaBench boards, you buy these things and they're going to last you the life of your playing. If you start, if you go out on the road now and you play for 30 years out there through, clubs, and if you're lucky enough to play arenas and things like that, it takes these are solid steel, and they open up like a car hood. Like they look like a race car. Mine's a nice candy apple red. Very, very cool. There's 2 tiers to it, solid steel. And I'm running multiple pedals, which I'll go through in a moment, and they're all powered. I've been very long time, like since 2000 and maybe 1 or 2, I've been an endorsee of Pedal Snake, and I love Pedal Snake to death. They're probably, I've said this a million times, and it's not just a marketing gimmick. They are as important to me as a guitar itself. I can't play without Pedal Snake, and Nocturnal will be the first one to tell you that that's the truth, because she came to every single gig we played. She managed the band in the later part of the years of the band, and she would know how important Pedal Snake was. I'd roll out the snake, I'm done, I'm ready to go, where everybody else is still trying to figure out how to hook up all their cables and pedals and patches and stuff like that. And then now, working with Strymon as well too, we was going with different configurations. Now I'm using Strymon's Zuma power supply, which is a fully isolated 24-volt power system. And I was the first person, and this is not me, I'm just re-quoting what Pedal Snake said, so I don't sound like I'm, tooting a horn or anything like that. Pedal Snake said this, that I was the first person on planet Earth using the Pedal Snake with Strymon with the IdeaBench and a trifecta of, pedal, what's the word I'm looking for? Pedal management. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Pedal management. So 24-volt power supply is actually under the board, but all the power to it is behind the rig. Everything gets sent through my Pedal Snake. I've got send and returns. I've got channel switching, 7-pin DIN right on my board. I've got room for a wireless. I've got the amp input, and I've still got a couple extra lines as well too. I had LEDs inside my board at one time, which I've now taken out. But everything was powered by Strymon through the Pedal Snake. It's awesome. So before I continue over to some music, let's just see if I missed a few things. Eamon says, use a Broad Stash mug for your coffee. I know. I got to get some more of my own merch. I will for sure. You'll be seeing me wearing all kinds of the merch we have from the Broad Stash Boutique very soon. Dealey says, I won't lie, the Helix has stopped me from buying more amps. Yeah, it's pretty darn awesome. It really, really is. And Charles says, I like the LBX1 the best. The blue channel knot's killer, all even, and the higher wattage. Yeah, I agree with that. I'd have to say I have a lot of respect for that comment, because it does have a more consistent tone. Oh, there we go. Nocturnal has ideabench.com. Thank you. Rick Hefner is here. Hi, all. And D. Lee says, so I do love the EVH 5150s. I wish the Helix had a model of it, though the Panama is great. I think that you will find, and this is not privy information. I don't have any information what's coming from Line 6. I don't have any information whatsoever, but I think we'll see an EVH amplifier down the road. Oh, and right, too, Pedal Snake is offline due to the hurricane. I remember Jody saying that, and Jody does live in the path there, so fingers crossed. I want to say a big prayer for Jody and his family as well, too, that Jody Page is the CEO of Pedal Snake, and hopefully that his family is good. I did tell him to keep in touch with us, so I might even send him a text message after the show tonight, too, and just make sure that he's okay. So, yeah, their website is down, I think. It's probably so they can't take any orders because they have to physically man the orders from the warehouse. Let me see here. I'm sorry I missed on that. So Scott has checked out the pedal boards. Indeed, some nice looking pedal boards. And so D-Lee's, hang on there. I think you'll see some models from Line 6 coming, fingers crossed. And here again, it's just a hypothesis of mine. You could also try the Placator amplifier as well, and Helix will get you pretty close to Van Halen tone as well, too. And Charles says, oh, sorry, I scrolled too fast. The stealth models look nice. Eamon says, I have a Mexico Wolfgang Special Stealth. It's awesome. Yet they are very, very nice. Totally are. And Charles says, I played both a Mexi and a USA back to back, and honestly set up a set I couldn't tell a difference. Yeah, if you get them set up by a professional, I mean, they come set up good from the factory, but if you take them to, or if you're a good setup guy, or you take them to one of your local shops and you happen to do a nice inspection and set up on them, they're gonna sound and play exactly the same. Let me see here, Mystic Blue. Yeah, okay, I remember that one. Yep, the Mystic Blue. That one is the one like we gave away back. I think believe it or not, I think it was 3,000 subscribers. And that just seems like yesterday. And we gave away that Mystic Blue. That was standard. That's a beautiful guitar. Howie Kittleson won that guitar. Very cool. Let me see here. Loris Alsayan. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Says hello from Los Angeles. Just want to say I got the Helix floor after watching you and Jason Sedites. That's awesome. Thank you very much. And I will, if Jason won't be watching tonight, I'm sure, but I will be sure to tell him that, and he'll be happy to hear that as well, too. Very, very nice. Mike Michaels is here. Nice to see you, sir. Says, hi, Eric. Mel O'Brien just caught, 2:30 a.m. here in West Cork. Oh, that's late. Sorry, but thank you for tuning in. Bobby Clipper, hey, Eric, warming up the tubes there. Yes, indeed. They're nice and toasty. Bobby Clipper says, hey, Eric, oh, yes. I repeat myself too many times. Let me see here. And no polishing on the Stealth yet. Carlo Santin says, I have a USA Wolf and a Standard. There is definitely a difference. The US is just a better guitar in every way, though I do love the Standard and play it too. Agreed, yep. An EVH 5150 Helix model. That will make my year. That'd be cool. You never know. Jonathan, PV neck care versus EVH. Neck carve. A little different. I find there's a little more, maybe a tiny bit more girth on the PV, and a little more solid than some of them. And I'm not saying that in a good or a bad way. Just it feels a little different. It just feels very comfortable. A nice bit of a rolled edge on it as well too. So it's comfortable. You don't sometimes some necks that don't have a rolled edge. I actually hurt the bones like in my thumb. I don't know. I'm getting old, right? And the arthritis is almost ready to set in. But it just feels very, very comfortable. And this guitar, like I say, it's been so worn and so played. It's like that pair of underwear you don't want to ever throw out when there's like 9,000 holes in them. Nocturnal will tell you about that for me. But that's what it is with this guitar, just like that favorite pair. And I can't believe I'm comparing guitars to underwear at the moment. And let me see. Yeah, and D. Lee says, he come onto the channel around 7K subs. Yep, he's been a kind of a new subscriber, but we talk back and forth a lot. Charles Wood says, I don't own either. I just played one at Guitar Center one day. Eamon Wyse is a specialist, different animal to the Standard. Yeah, agreed. Phoenix is here, and happy belated birthday once again. I think it was yesterday or the day before, but happy belated birthday, Phoenix. Phoenix is a great, if any of you people don't know Phoenix, click on her name and go to her channel later on and check it out. She does some incredible covers. She's a Kramer guitarist, artist, and a friend. Awesome guitarist. Michael Madej is here saying, hey folks, hope everyone is having a great evening. Yes, indeed we are. We've just been talking, haven't even done any playing yet. And Dealey says that Wolfgang looks so nice. The neck is like butter. It is. It really is. And you know what's really funny? This guitar really needs a fret job. Not that the frets are and this is something Phoenix has done. She's already done her own fret job on a guitar, and I've never attempted it, and I probably never will. This guitar, when we were recording our demos for our very first record, I had it leaning up against a wall in the studio, and it slipped and fell over, and it fell right on its face on a cement floor with a very, very, very thin carpet. I mean, just like something you'd have at a doormat at your door, and it fell right on its face, and it dinged the frets. There's several frets that are just dinged, and what I am gonna do is I'm probably gonna clean the frets with some of my lizard spit products that they sent me, but I'm not gonna refret it. It still plays good. Nothing really buzzes out. This guitar's got the character. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. It doesn't it kind of adhere, or what's what I'm looking for. It doesn't hurt my playing whatsoever. So we'll leave it the way it is. There you go. Yeah, this will be used against me later. You heard it here first. Eric wears underwear with holes. Phoenix says, "Hi, Nocturnal Butterfly. I missed the Kramer Corner, but wouldn't miss today's show for anything." No problem, Phoenix. It was just me playing through the Kramers and showing some of the new products, as you know, on the website through the Epiphone store. So you didn't miss a lot. Okay, Eamon says, "Comparing old underwear to guitar necks will stick with me for a while." Otherwise you couldn't put it on. You have to, otherwise you couldn't put it on, Scott says. Angel Santiago says, "Hello from Tucson." Hello, Tucson. Nice to have you here. Carlo says, "I do too. All real men have a rip in their underwear somewhere." That's right. You know what we do? We go like this, right? We go, "Oh, I think I can get one more day out of this shirt." Whereas women, it's like with Nocturnal Butterfly, I sometimes do the laundry. I actually do the laundry a lot here to try to help out. And I'm kind of the person that leaves it in the dryer for like a day and a half, and then I give her clothes, and if there's one wrinkle in it, she goes absolutely crazy. So it's a big difference between women and men for sure. And that is a very, very good point from one Svilena. I can't pronounce the name. I'm very, very sorry. I try stainless steel frets. Yeah, if I was to redo them, I might consider doing that. Again, then I'd be done for life. A great suggestion. Billy Shelton is here. Says, "Hey Eric, nice to see you, Billy. Hope you are well." Charles Wood, I mean, I have a pair or two in the back of the drawer, but they're only there for backup. I'm completely out. Yeah. Don't put dresses in the dryer. Yeah, I know. And I'm kind of the person that will put yellow, orange, pink, white, blue, everything in one thing, and then you get things that come out, and you got pink socks, and it's just crazy. So I get put in timeout a lot when it comes to laundry. Yeah, wrinkle-free zone. And we're Nocturnal and I were going to make a little vinyl decal to put up on the wall. Something that she'll comment in the chat and say it, but it's something along the lines of like the EVH shirts from the Van Halen store. I have a lot of them, and she says, wash them but don't dry them. So we're going to put dry my EVH and dye or something of that sort. So that's pretty funny. I'm noticing a little bit of slowdown here on my camera. I'm just going to I'm going to try something here for a minute. You know what? It actually won't work, so we'll just keep it here. Hopefully everything is okay. It's probably just a glitch on my end. And let me see what else. You know what we're gonna do here? I'm gonna leave it right off. Where actually I'm gonna read Phoenix's comment next, because she's talking about frets that are buzzing, and then that will be a good spot I can remember, and we'll try some playing. She says, "If it's not buzzing, then let it be. I only did the fret job with my 84 because they were really buzzing in my ears." So there you go. Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The old cliche, right? So we'll probably do that. Okay, so I'm going to just give you a bit of a sound here. I'm going to show you with no effects. Okay, I'm going to turn everything off as far as effects and let you hear what I've got. I'm going to do it both with my microphone here, so you're going to hear a tiny bit of the room mic, and you're going to hear the cabinet as well. And I want to tell you what I'm doing so that we can hear my voice. One sec. Okay, so I'm on the clean. Actually, I'm on the clean channel now. No effects, nice and clean. This Wolfgang sounds really nice. Okay, now the first thing I do, the first effect that I will engage, and it will be always on, it's my always on pedal. I've tried this in many configurations. I've tried to the front of the amp. I've tried it different spots at the front of the amp. I've tried it through the loop, and now it resides in the loop. It's the Exotic EP Booster, and I use it strictly at nominal gain, or like 0 basically, but I use it as a boost. Now watch this. And it does more than just a boost. It adds a kick in the pants. Okay, so here we go. Here comes the EP Booster. Without. Okay, so that's the EP booster. The next thing I would do is go to my Strymon Big Sky Reverb. I mean, it's the whole, in my opinion, one of the holy grails of reverb. Pop that on, and I use a plate. It's called Plateau, I think. Or no, it's called Cleaner Plate. And that's like your Van Halen kind of plate. That's the reason why I have it on there. Next effect I would probably throw on is my Boss DD500 digital delay, and I've got quite a few different patches. I'm going to use my what I call a short delay, which is definitely not short, but I call it short, 350 milliseconds. Okay, and then I might throw on some chorus. And I would love to say I have the EVH 5150 MXR chorus, but it's in a box waiting for a new owner because we're giving it away as a prize. So I'm going to use something that's quite cool in itself as well too, the Boss MD500, which is a modulation engine, choruses, phasers, tremolos, everything you can think of. So I have a little chorus patch on the the MD500 from Boss. So now we have. Okay, we'll turn that off. Of course, I want to pop in some EVH Phase 90. You can't mistake the classic EVH Phase 90, can you? And something I'm going to be showing you tonight, I use a phaser for a unique effect. So what in one of my songs, it's called Runaway, which I'm going to play for you tonight. There's a very fast tremolo effect, like you'd have in a tremolo pedal. But what I do is I crank the speed. I can do it with my foot here. I crank it up 100% full blast, so I'm going to get this effect. And, I could do that with a tremolo. But at the time when I was playing in the band, I didn't have a tremolo pedal, and this went on record, and that's the way I did it in the studio, using this pedal. So I'm going to use that tonight. We'll show you that. Now, I do use a Boss, occasionally I use a Boss NS2 noise suppressor. It's still on here, basically. It was Jody Page's mission at Pedal Snake to get my rig so clean with the Pedal Snake, with the proper power, signal flow and everything, that I wouldn't need the noise suppressor anymore, and I really don't. But it's my safety net kind of thing, to keep me kind of, my comfort zone in case I hear a little bit of noise. So on the clean, you don't hear much, but let's try to engage the noise suppressor. It just took that away a little bit. Hear that? You probably can't hear it much. Okay, so the noise suppressor is still on. I do have the EVH 5150 overdrive on the board, and I sometimes run that through the clean channel, but we won't be doing that tonight. I've got the EVH flanger on board, and I've also got the EVH wah. And then I've got the Boss OC3 Super Octave, which is, I probably clipped your ears. I'm very sorry on that. Okay, so enough talking. We're going to go through you know what I'll do? I'll quickly show you what the dirty channel sounds like. And here again, too, you're hearing room mic and the mic that's on the cabinet back there. Oh, well, I don't know why that went so loud. It's probably picking up this microphone. That's why. Let's turn this off. So there we go. Let's actually get some music going, and hopefully we won't clip. Hopefully I'm not clipping it there, and then I'll try to come back and find out where we left off. Okay. All right. So I'll get to the questions in a second as well too. All right. So let's turn off the some of the. If you watched the stream last night, this is going to be a repeat to some of you. For others that haven't, you may have heard me play these songs a long time in the past. They're all my songs. But just going to give you an idea what they sound like in a nice tube environment with the analog rig and analog/digital. But yeah, this is fun. This is a nice kind of therapy session for me tonight because I've been so obsessed with digital lately, and I still will be. But this is just my way of dealing with my guilt. So let's have some fun with this. Here we go. So there we go. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. That's a good one to warm up with. It's a fun track, and I'm sure you kind of caught my a little bit of an ode to Judas Priest there. Should bring it up a little bit. That's kind of a Judas Priest kind of inspired riff there. Kind of neat. Let's go back. Let's go back to the chat. We're going to keep going with some tunes so I don't lose whatever mojo I have. I think I have going. And D. Lee says, oh yeah, that red Kramer you had in the show yesterday. Very, very nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me see here. Mel O'Brien got an 98 Axis Sport with EVH design, creamy distortion pickups. Fantastic. That's really nice. Let me see here. Wrinkle Free Zone. Eric is a Wolfgang. Hey, Eric, is a Wolfgang Special made in Mexico a good guitar? That's from Brusbo. Yes, it is for sure. Very good guitar. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. They're, followed under the close eye of the, the EVH team, to meet the specs of, the USA guitars and things like that as well, too. Beautiful guitar. Let me see here. I want to hear this guitar. That's from D. Lee's. Nice and woody sounding clean. Nice. Quentin James says, I say you open up the windows, slam them power tubes so I can hear it down here from in Kentucky. You might be able to if I really crank it. Jack Shea Martin is here saying, hey Eric. Okay. And Jack Shea Martin's asking how to get the tone like from Balance and OU812. So on in a rig like this, what I would do is you can kind of fake it with chorus. You can kind of get, because what Eddie does on that era, and actually for quite a while of his era, it's still today for that matter, he does run a wet, dry, wet rig. So left and right cabinets, so like what Eddie would do on stage is he'd have 3 cabinets. Left and right contain effects, and the center channel is dry. And that's how you get that good balanced tone. Beautiful, beautiful tone. If you were watching the show last night, you could see how I do it with Helix. And what Eddie does is he'll run out of his main head, and he'll go out into basically a slave or a power load. And then from there, he'll run out to various power amps, stereo power amps for left and right, and then dry for the dead center. And but it's pitch detune. It's not really a chorusing effect. It's kind of, if you were to tune your guitar and then just throw it slightly out of tune by like what they call millicents or cents, that's what he does with the pitching. So you're actually just shifting the pitch cents, so not even a whole step. So, whatever you put in the left, you do the exact opposite on the right. So if I want -7 on the left, I go +7 on the right, and that just kind of widens that stereo spectrum. Long story short, if you just got a small little amp and a guitar and a couple pedals, a chorus pedal will get you kind of close, or you could look into maybe a H9 harmonizer or something of that nature. They're considerably much more expensive than just getting a cheap chorus pedal, but it'll certainly get you in the neighborhood. Let me see here. Jack Shea Martin. Charles Wood says, I kick on my EP booster in the front of the AVH when I use my Strat. Thickens up the single coils a good amount and get a pretty good VH tone. Blue channel gain about 1. That's great. I could see that working very, very well. Good tip, Charles. Let me see here. David Jorgen says, David Jorgen Peterson says, nice to hear you play. Heard some great stuff from you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Brian Hudson says, hey, Eric, sounds great. What is the brand pick you're using? Oh, okay. Can you also give us a little history on the design of your guitar? Yeah, I'll highlight that so I don't forget. So another pick that I use, and I here again, right around the same time as Pedal Snake, I started using Dava picks. And tonight I'm not using a Dava pick tonight, but I do like the Dava. This is probably my main go-to pick. These are the Dava controls, and depending on how you hold them, it becomes a different gauge almost. The only thing that sometimes freaks me out about the Dava is if I do a pick scrape, sometimes I will get a little snag in it, and the pick will, snag, and you kind of ruin your pick slide. But tonight, what I'm just using the EVH brand. I'm not even sure the millimeter on these ones, but the nylon made in USA. There you go. Just so I like those a lot. They're nice for pick scrapes, that kind of stuff. And the history of the guitar. This is as I was starting to allude to at the beginning of the show. It's 97, 98, patent pending, as you can see there. You see that on the back. USA PV Wolfgang. And shortly into the life of this guitar, I converted it to a band guitar, and I had all my band insignias on there and stuff like that. And it's still in kind of the same shape, almost only missing the big logo of the band, which is going to come back on here. And I remember I only had this guitar for about, a couple months. And when I was playing with the Van Halen tribute band 5150, the guitar was in mint shape. And the lead singer, and he's a Sammy Hagar era singer, so I blame him. That's the reason why I blame him for doing this. He swung his mic stand around and hit the guitar body with the mic stand, just ching, and I saw a piece of wood go flying right out of my guitar, and I was like, oh. But he goes, hey man, just adds character. So I had to live with that real quick. Either that or kill the lead singer. So it was a fun night. Let me see here. DJ Asker is here. Nice to see you, buddy. I think you said something about the 5150 somewhere. Let me see if I can. Yeah, he did. Pardon me. Very sorry. Michael Easter is here. Evan F. Gamer says, sounds incredible. Thank you. And Scott says, nice tone, cuts through, and no mud at all on the bottom end. Nice, yeah. And I actually added a bit more lows tonight than I normally do. I'm at probably about 2 o'clock on my lows. And these amplifiers don't have the resonance for the back, like on the back of the amps, like the Stealth has and the Lunchbox has. So I like to keep my lows somewhat low. However, here's something that's going to throw you for a curve. Those that know me, they think I'm crazy, but my mids on all 3 channels are dimed. I take my mids right to full, and that's the secret of my sound is mids on full. And you should just give it a try. I used to be one of those guys who would have my mids like at 9 o'clock. And my sound man was at one time playing a gig. He's like, give me some notion, like some kind of hand signals from back at the board. I'm like, what are you saying? I don't understand. He's like this. And he's trying to say mids, whatever, and turn him up. He got all mad. He comes up there and he goes like that. And then I started playing. I was like, oh my God, my guitar just came to life. Like I heard it through the mix like never before. And from that day, mids. And Neil from the band Broken, on YouTube. Look him up. He's amazing. He actually did a video one time, and I was really, really thrilled that he actually even used my name in the video, in the title of the video. He's called it the EVH Eric Broadbent method. And he goes, I'm going to try this Eric method where he dimes his mids. And it was so funny. After at the end of the video, he's like, yep, I think I like it. And he's got a heavy Irish accent, whatever. It's just, he's a big dude, and it just it's so funny to hear him the way he says that. So that's my method, mids on full. It's kind of neat. D-Lee says, damn, that Wolfgang sounds fat. Thank you. And DJ says, yeah, sounds great, Eric. I love the EVH 5153. They sound amazing. Let me scroll back, and I scroll too fast. So I'm going to continue on with another song. I'm going to highlight right where that left off. I scrolled way too fast. Very, very close. I'm almost there. We're going to try a nice clean song, and then we'll bump it up even faster than that. Let me see here. So yeah, we talked about the guitar picks. Okay, there we go. There's DJ. I'll highlight his comment. I wish there's almost a thing where you could put a little check mark in a box, and then you can come right back to it, or kind of pin a comment so you know where you're at. Okay, we're going to try something clean. Let's go back to the clean channel. I love this guitar. It just plays nice. And you know what's really funny? I'm using, no one's asked me this question yet, but I'll tell you anyways, because I usually get a lot of guitar string questions. I'm using the Dario NYXLs, these guys. 9-42, and this guitar, I put the NYXLs on this guitar easily 6 months ago. And listen to this acoustically. I'll just try to roll my volume off. They sound like brand new strings. They're absolutely beautiful. They're more expensive than the average guitar string, but they sound beautiful. And they just play great. I love them to death. I don't endorse them. I don't get paid, or I don't even get free. Well, I did get some free strings, of course, but when those are gone, I got to go buy them like everybody does, and I love them. I love them to death. Let me see here. Okay, so we're gonna try this song. Let's go for this here. Let's go to "Pass You By." All right. Now I have a better version of this song. Well, I shouldn't say a better version, just a different singer. It's a different key range. But I want to use the PV Wolfgang all night long here tonight, and it's tuned to a half step down. So we're going to go with this one. So I'm going to kill this mic, and we're going to continue on with another song and get to hear my nice 5150 rig tonight, which we haven't heard for a while.
I know there's gonna come
There you go. How'd you like that one? That's fun. I really like to play that one. And that, you don't need to be flashy guitars to kind of be, moving. And I really like the climb in that solo. This part here. Let me see here. That's my favorite part of the whole song. Just that's the emotional part. Lots of vibrato. Very cool. All right, let's keep it going for a minute. We'll jump back to some more questions. Let's rock it up with a song called, hey, this is going to be fun. I got my wah pedal. I got my EVH wah pedals. We're going to have some fun loaded gun style. You ready for this one? And watch for the guitar solo. A lot of my guitar solos are inspired by people that you would never expect. Like you probably never expected me to say one of my songs was inspired by Judas Priest. The guitar solo in Loaded Gun, the key point in it, the big bend is inspired by Collective Soul. And you never would expect me to say that. So let's try Loaded Gun. Here we go. And actually, before I do that, I want to plug in. I don't have my EVH flanger plugged in, powered up. It's giving me some trouble. I think I have something wrong with the pedal. Let me just see if it powers up and doesn't give me grief. If it doesn't, I'm going to use it because the flanger has a key point in the song. One sec. Okay, I think she might work. Let's see. Nope, she's acting up. We're going to turn it off. I have something wrong with that. I have to get that looked at. I think there's a bad diode or something in it. We'll get it figured out. So no flanger tonight, but we'll do without that. Okay, and why did it happen here today? Oh, hang on, I know why. There you go. Good thing for true bypass. When you don't have your power in there, if you have a true bypass pedal, lets the signal come through. All right, so we're going to go rock it up a Loaded Gun. So there we go. That was fun. I got to use the wah pedal on that one too. That's one I have the wah on, and I normally don't get to use it here. And I tune my guitar just a little bit out of tune. There we go. Little trick. Sometimes I do a little trick that you guys can do. If you're using a Floyd Rose with a D tuner, and you just happen to go out of threads, or maybe you're still a little sharp and you don't have any more threads on your fine tuner on the E string, you'll see me do this a lot. I'll literally pull my E string out of tune. I'll pull it hard, and then now I can tune it back up a little bit. You're stretching it out of tune even more. It's a little trick I do a lot. I can sense when it's out of tune, and I'll pull it out of tune it back in right when I'm playing. It's kind of cool. All right, let's continue on with the chat. Eamon Wyse says, gotta whack the volume on my laptop up over my apartment door and make people think it's me. There you go. Jason Wade says, what a treat, Eric's playing 2 nights in a row. FNF Gamer says, I had a 5153 would be my only amp I ever use, even after I got a Helix. It's pretty awesome. It's a great amplifier. Scott says, speaking of Priest, their latest album is absolutely fantastic. I got to get that. I've been watching them online as far as like the tour and stuff like that, seeing really good things, so I'll have to check it out. Sounds good, and the good playing, but the cattle are getting restless. That's from Mel O'Brien. Terry says, I was told to come in here. That's right. We send out instructions. Let me see here. I scrolled a little too fast. I apologize. It happens. Okay, so yeah, this was a question. Quentin James says, and I'm going to go back because I missed a couple of them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come back to your question, Quentin. I'm going to try to go in order. Sorry. That's what we left off. Judas Priest. Delise, I want to eat that neck. It looks so nice. The bird's eye maple. It is quite nice. And Eamon says, generally I have the bass all the way up, mids at 3 o'clock and treble at 2. Eamon, that's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, but try bringing your mids. Let me see, your mids at 3 o'clock. That's good. If you bring your bass back a little bit, it might sound great for you, like if you're just playing by yourself. But with the band, once you bring that bass out of there, because you've already got a nice bass player in the band filling that frequency, bring that bass back a little bit on your guitar, and you're going to start cutting through. Like you're going to think, wow, I'm hearing myself for the first time, really, really good. Try that, and there's no right or wrong. Just try it as an experiment. And man, I tell you, this cold has really got me. David Ennis is here, saying hello, Eric, and Nocturnal Butterfly. And Terry says, I found Eric's next guitar here. I'll have to take a look at that. I don't open up stuff when I'm live online here, but I'll have a look at that link after. Let me see here. And Eamon says, I use those strings on all my guitars, referring to the NYXLs. And Quentin James says, can you explain how to care for a maple fretboard? Once I had a guy bring in PV Wolfgang, and he couldn't get the lemon oil off his fretboard. Okay, so I'm not gonna say do what I do. I'm gonna say use your own discretion. Okay. Now I just got some new. I don't have them handy. I can't reach them out, but off where I'm pointing to the imaginary distance here, I've got some really cool fretboard care products from Lizard Spit people, and I haven't used anything on the front of the fretboards from Lizard Spit, but I've used them on the back. Not on this guitar. I did them on my EVH black and white stripe series, stuff like that, and I love what it does. I want to be able to take off my strings completely on a string change and to condition the front. But Quentin, yes, I did use lemon oil, and people can say right or wrong. The right way or wrong way, they say you shouldn't put lemon oil on a maple, especially an untreated maple neck. But I do, and it has aged my guitar a little bit, obviously with sweat and blood, sweat and tears too. But I do swear by it. And here again, I'm going to disclaimer, please. This is a big disclaimer. If you ruin your guitars, you can't come back on me. But I do. I take the strings off. Generally, when I change my strings on my guitar, I take off. I keep the 2 E strings on. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to do that. And I take off the 4 strings in the middle. I just keep that for tension on my Floyd, and I will put a couple drops down the fretboard, and I'll let that sit in, and then I'll buff it off with a clean cloth, and I let it kind of breathe into the wood. Now that is lemon oil, and that's how I do it. So that's my disclaimer. So that's what I do, Quentin. Let me see here. Quentin James, I just use a damp polish cloth and plenty of elbow grease. Yeah, that works as well too. And FNF Gamer says, I absolutely love Dario. And I do see a few new names here tonight as well too. So, and I really appreciate that. It's always nice seeing the regulars, but it's great to see new faces as well too, joining in our family. So if you are new here right now and you're checking out this video for the first time, please subscribe. It'd be awesome to have you. And I always say, everyone knows this is kind of like a thing. It's my motto here on the channel. I will work just as hard to keep you here as a subscriber as I was to get you here. So subscribe and thumbs up on the video if you like that. It means a lot. Interactions are great any way we look at it. Let me see here. Yeah, so everyone's commenting on that guitar, so I need to take a look at that. I can't wait to see it. Maybe Nocturnal Butterfly can send me a picture through chat. That'd be awesome. I want to see this guitar. Can you do that if you can, Nocturnal Butterfly? Send it to me by chat, because that's the easiest way for me to see it. I like to keep everything running to smooth on the computer, so I don't like to open up too much. Hey, Scott says, Dario fan here, and Marcelo Vieira's here, jumping in from Argentina. He says, hi, Eric, great guitar sound, greetings from Argentina. Nice to have you here, buddy. And take a look at some videos on my channel. I think I have 2 right now from Marcelo. He's done 2 Spanish spoken reviews, which is great. Especially for some of our fans that are, speak Spanish. He's done the review on the EVH Phaser and I think it was the Overdrive. I forget now which video it was, but it's nice to have a couple different videos here on the channel in a different language. So, I can't speak the language. I had struggled with English sometimes, so it's nice to have that. And he's contributed some great stuff, and we'll probably do more as well, too. So make sure to, if you're new, like I say, subscribe and hit the bell, hit that notification. Very, very important. Probably a lot of you guys are actually subscribed right now and you don't even have notifications turned on. You may think you do. Then YouTube kicks us off sometimes. We've noticed it here. We subscribe some people and we've turned on the notification. We'll go back and look and there's no little things around the bell. We're like, oh, that's not good. No wonder we missed some videos. So I don't want you to miss any videos. Because there's a lot of times, like tonight, I do these, sporadic things where they're not planned. Rick Hefner says thumbs up, awesome, and yeah, Nocturnal Butterfly says a beautiful song, but Al sang it better. Just saying, I agree. That's the singer in a higher key. We had a singer that joined the band at one time, and for his demo, he sent what is it? We All Die Young or whatever that song was from Rockstar, the movie. I think that was called. And he sang it better than the original vocal. It was incredible. So, that pretty much got him in the band with that demo alone. All right. So yeah, I see that. Yep. Those are nice. That's a nice guitar. I'm seeing the pictures now come through. Very, very nice. Thank you, Nocturnal Butterfly, for sending me that. Jason said that was great playing along with you. Not as good, but hey, no problem, man. Very, very cool. Very cool. I'll have a look at the stats on that after. David Jorgen Peterson says, hot tune, very tasteful. Thank you. Let me see. Eamon says, I think this track, or at least the opening riff, is one of the most famous on YouTube. You know what? It was the intro for my show for the longest time. The Loaded Gun. I like that song a lot. It's really cool. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? Let's try some drop D. So last night I switched guitars to drop D. Let's fix that a little bit. But we're going to drop down to D anyways to see where we get there. There we go. You know what I'll do actually before I do that? Here's a riff. I wrote this a long time ago, but Nocturnal Butterfly heard me playing it tonight. And I'm going to turn my vocal mic off so it doesn't get loud. I'm using distorted channel here. Okay, and I'm using the Boss OC3 Super Octave. So think, I don't know, it was very Rage Against the Machine inspired. We'll say that. So here's a little riff I'm working on. I kind of like this one. So that's one that she likes a lot. I'm going to try to finish that one. And I'll show you another one that I really, really like. This is one I sent to guitarist Jay Palmer. He's a friend of mine. I'm sure you know him. A phenomenal YouTube channel. His channel's climbing super, super fast. I sent this riff to him, and I'm not sure if the two of us are going to do it or not, but I know he did like it. So I use the wah pedal as kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for, as an envelope filter, and it's kind of what a wah is in a way anyways. It's a filter, and I'm doing a pedal tone like going like this. Really, really simple, just an open string on the low E, and then that becomes kind of the bass riff after, and I do this really, really neat thing after that. So let me turn this off again for a second and show you how this song, a new one of mine that I'm working on, sounds with the wah pedal as kind of the effect coming into it, and I'll show you what the lead part sounds like. Really cool. Here it goes. So I like that one. And so when I'm doing that lead part, the how's it go? So I like that. It's kind of cool. All right, so let's continue with, let's go down to D like I said I was going to do. I'm going to play 2 fun ones. This is going to be some real fun. And I think what I might do is turn off my delay for this. Okay, because we need some real percussive stuff, and we don't want anything getting in the way. All right, and I'm going to jump back. I see some new faces in the chat with Sonia's here. Not new faces, but new people I didn't get a chance to say hi to yet. So Sonia's here. Sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, here's a song called Runaway, and this one is really fun. This deals with harmonics as the main sound of the riff. And remember I told you earlier I'm going to be using my Phase 90 as a tremolo? This is a song that uses that. So listen for the part where it goes like this. Okay, so that'll be coming up. All right, here we go. Let's do a song called Runaway. This one's going to be a nice crank and driving down the street in a hot summer day kind of song.
Laid up bed with Mary, never want to marry. This inside is scary, so let's begin this journey. Submit to me already. Give this world away. Locked inside my cover, where no one else can see. The forces pull together, suspicious minds can be.
My pickup selector switch, the knob came off. I felt that getting loose. Okay, here's another one. This is kind of a bit of a treat tonight for any of the people that are longtime fans of the music, because these are songs I don't play on the air hardly ever. So we're going to try this one. This can be some fun. Let's go back to get rid of the phaser. Hope you're having fun. I know there's some questions and comments here. I promise we'll get right back to them. We're going to play a song called Touch. I'm starting to sweat that cold away. How was that? All right. It's been a long time since I talked. You guys like that? That was fun. I don't think I even have any music left. Let's go back over the chat. This has been a long one. I can't believe it. I think we're almost 2 hours. Where'd we leave off? I'm skipping a whole bunch of people. I know I missed. I'm so sorry. Sonia says, sounds good. Scott Corner says, thumbs up. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Mel O'Brien asked if those are 6all6 tubes. Yes, they are. Yep, no fizziness. And I'm getting some requests for some Van Halen from the better half here. But you know what? I'm just not feeling it tonight as far as Van Halen. I don't want to put a wrench in the wheels of the spoke of the bicycle that I'm riding tonight. I have a feeling if I play some Van Halen right now, I'm probably going to ruin it. So I'm just going to take the bow and not do any Van Halen tonight. I don't want to ruin it. I'm going out on a good note, I think. Bane Rocks is here. Nice. Bane, that's my boy. He's here jumping in. It's his bedtime. I have to get off the air right away to get him tucked into bed. It's late. Let me see here. Let me see. Bobby Clipper sounds and feels super here at 2,000 watts. Brian Hudson's here saying, wow. Awesome. Thank you so very much. Sonia says, I'm filling up my courage jar to play live. It's getting full too fast. Good. Do it. Just jump into it. And there's still times where I'm nervous on here. I'm nervous right now as well, too. I'm not going to lie. I still get a little bit of nervous bugs, but that keeps us grounded. That's probably a really good thing for your playing, too. Jump in live and you got nowhere to go. You make a mistake, you fall flat on your face. And if you have good people behind you in your chat, they will support you. So if and I make mistakes here all the time. Just to go live. It's a lot of fun. Eamon says, hey, Bane Rocks, let me see, equivalent of taking medicine and get better. Yes, exactly. Rick Hefner, sweet. And D-Lee says that was catchy. And I left off at Nocturnal Butterfly. I scrolled too fast. Let me see here. I'll try to get back to that. We're going to wrap up here very, very soon. I really appreciate you guys sticking in so long. Okay. Yeah, I really, really skipped the long ones there. I'm going to try to, Jay's channel. There we go. We got Jay Parmer's channel. Go back a little bit more. Man, I lost a lot. I'm going to burn through these really quickly here. Let me see here. Nocturnal says he's feeling a bit better and just glad that Tiro fluid's going around knocks on wood. That's right. Are the EVH standards any good? And that sounds amazing. Great job. Thank you very much. Yes, the standards are very, very good guitars. We've got a couple. I don't know if you can see them both right now. I've got the purple one right there. That's Junior's guitar. And then I have a purple one here somewhere too. It's over to the left where you can't see it. But they're very, very good guitars. RJ from Alberta, Canada. Thank you so much for jumping in from the West Coast. I says, I love this show. I really appreciate that. D-Lee says, I used to lemon oil until a few days ago when I read the Wolfgang manual where Eddie says he just uses oil from his skin. I learned rubbing your hands through your hair before playing. Yeah, sweat will do it as well, too. Nothing wrong with that. That's probably the most natural way. And I don't think Eddie ever polishes his guitars either. He has dirty guitars and just his own hands. Jason says, sorry, I can't type and play at the same time. Erica's got me playing my Wolfgang again. That's awesome. It'll take longer, he says, but it'll feel way better. I agree on that. Shekius is here saying, hi, Eric. Terry says, if you mean sealed maple fretboard, waxing guitar polish would probably work on a sealed maple fretboard. As for the neck on the back, again, depends on what you want. The wax would work too. Oh, cool. We have a new sub, Black Vulture. Okay, I'll see if I can get to that. I didn't see that. Very, very nice. Thank you very, very much. The Rage-like riff sounds like it has a bit of Nuno in there as well. Yeah, that's from Eamon Wyse. That's the one I was doing the... Oh, I'm back in E. Or, sorry, D. That's kind of... I like that riff. Yeah, thank you. Shekia says he likes it too. And I bought an EVH Wolfgang's Silver Burst Standard. I like it. Is it true the pickups are the same in all Wolfgang guitars? Yeah, they're made offshore. However, they are made to exacting specifications, and I will challenge anybody that says those pickups sound different. My opinion. I could be proven wrong, but the facts on paper show that they're the same pickup. So you don't have to change your pickups at all. David Jorgen Pearson, nice Arabian style scale. Thank you. Dealese, let me see here. Jason Wade. These are just comments with one another. Jason Wade, Erica's got me wanting to play guitar all night. Thank you. You know, that means a lot to me. That means a lot because I get inspired by a lot of people as well too. And no matter what the inspiration is, whether it's guitar players or maybe race cars or whatever, I don't know what it is. Whatever your inspiration source is, recognize it and act on it immediately. Because the next day there might not be inspiration there and you might not want to play. So whatever encourages you to play, do it and have fun. That's awesome. I'm humbled by that. David says, yes, Runaway is jamming. I think it's awesome we have a show like this for all the Wolfgang lovers out there. That's from D. Lee's. I just got an email saying my standard is on the way. Fantastic. That's good. You should have it in a few days then. I can't wait to see it. And send us some email on that, or Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And he says, I've read the review. The standard has the neck, said the neck is so nice. It is. Very, very nice. Can't wait. Painkiller says, hey, everyone. Been a while since I've seen you here. Nice to have you. Eamon says, always excited for anyone with a new guitar coming and always jealous no matter how many I have. I know, right? We always live through other people, too. Painkiller says, hello, Eric. Great playing as always. I appreciate that truly. Thank you very, very much. D. Lee's, how is this? I've been playing guitar for 20 years at least, and I only first heard Van Halen 1 last year. How did they miss the train? It happens. It happens. And, there we go. Another subscriber. Awesome. Stephen Edwards. Thank you very much. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I must have missed the other one, and Nocturnal Butterfly told me about it. I was looking down. I didn't see a notification on screen. Thank you so very much for your subscription. I will work very hard to keep you as a subscriber. And if I'm slacking, please let me know in the comments. Anything I'm doing wrong or whatever, I'll be more than glad to help improve for sure. So that's awesome, man. I'm really, really happy tonight. I'm still feeling a little sick, but I'm very, very happy. That's awesome. But don't feel bad, Delise. The fact that you discovered Van Halen is one of the most important things. I listen to Van Halen daily. I was joking the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine. We were texting back and forth, and with this hurricane that's about right now, Nocturnal Butterfly is always talking about making survival kits here. Water and food and all that kind of stuff, and non-perishable food. So if you ever have to make an evacuation, we could do that. I said, yeah, we do all that, and I have to have a Van Halen Fair Warning CD in that pack as well too. The sad thing is there won't be a radio to listen to it on, but at least I have Van Halen coming with me. Maybe I could bring an MP3 player with a good battery supply. Let me see here. I had VH1 on repeat for weeks. Nice. The tone, I agree, 100%. And Painkillers, I always have Van Halen 2 on repeat all night while I sleep. That's cool. Man, I'd probably sleep really good with that. Let me see here. Terry says there is much a brown sound as there a blue or pink one. It isn't hurt in colors unless your brain is wired that way. Yeah, right? You're going to love that guitar very well when you get it. That's from Eamon Wyse. Yep, talking about D-Lee's guitar. And, Jason just broke a string. See what happens? I get you playing and now I broke a string. I'm sorry, buddy. D-Lee's was on Reverb trying to find Wolfgang pickups before I decided to buy, but they're expensive. Yeah, they can be a little pricier than some. But if you get the Wolfgang guitar, you've got them in there and you don't need to change pickups at all, which is great. Okay, I'm $400 for 2 Wolfgang pickups or $790 for a Wolfgang standard. There you go, right? Buy the standard, get the pickups. That's right, you got it. Eamon Wyse says, yeah, they're really expensive pickups to buy, but I think they are made maybe U.S. wound. That's why the price point on the standard is amazing. The build, the pickups, pretty amazing. Let me see here. I'm going to see if any other comments. We'll be wrapping up momentarily. Rick Hefner says, this is awesome. Eamon Wyse, loving the full-on live gig we're witnessing, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. This was fun. I really needed to get the tubes fired up. It's something that I can go to bed now tonight and feel like I've done something really worthwhile because I haven't played it for a while. I have a beautiful, beautiful pedal board that was provided to me from Idea Bench, and I haven't used it for a little bit, and this feels really good. I've got beautiful pedals on here. I miss it. I do miss it. But I don't get a chance to play it like this as often as I like to because it's loud. When I play Helix, I'm playing directly to you, and there's not a sound in this room other than, string clack, right? So it's nice. I really appreciate the fact that you guys like this too. Thomas Santiago's here saying, hey, you're great sound and rock on, my friend. Here we go with our favorite link of all times, fu-tone.com for Futone, Adam Rever's products for all these guitars, anything with a Floyd Rose, or even acoustic guitars, brass pins, all that good stuff. Dude, check them out. And Jason says Eric is unstoppable tonight. And you know what? I'm stoppable now because now that my momentum's coming down, the cold is coming back on. I think I'm going to have a hot shower and try to bake it out of me. Quentin says my laptop has a set of powered speakers and a powered sub, and your guitar just sounds freaking epic. Thank you. I can't wait to check it back to see how it sounds. I'm just getting a mix here, and sometimes what ends up on YouTube can be better or worse. So that's nice. Bobby Clipper says, Eric, 2 days of shredding, you're spoiling me. Michael B. Nice live playing. The gold color, you are up on my gab. Okay. Let me see here. If you tone a little pricey, talk to Adam. If there's something you want, see if he can help you out on something. Never know. It doesn't hurt to ask if you can work out some kind of a price or something. It's worth it though. And I'm not being salesman here. I'm being honest with you. It's something that, if you're not ready for it today and there's more important things, food and rent and mortgages and things like that, obviously take care of the necessities first, but save the money, invest in it, and you will appreciate it. Your guitars especially all the stainless stuff that you put into the guitar, the life of the guitar will last a lot more. No stripping, no oxidizing, no rusting, all that kind of stuff. And then the tone, especially with brass blocks, it's worth it. But if it's not ready for you today, don't worry about it. David Jorgen Peterson says, great tone. I'm going to play my Wolfgang tonight. Awesome. Jason Wade says, work that flu bug out of you, Eric's sweating to the shredders. I like that. I feel more sorry for Junior because he was way sick today. But I can tough it out. Let me see. Are there other brands for opening market? For the Futone stuff, if that's on the open market, I'm not sure. I know Floyd Rose has stuff as well too themselves. The reason why I support Adam is because he's one of those guys that he cares about every single order. He wants to make sure it's right, kind of like Jeff at Van Halen's store. They want to make sure it's right for you, and that sometimes you don't get that treatment from company X, and that sometimes can be worth the extra dollars. I honestly don't know Gold Color if there's other brands other than Floyd Rose themselves, but here again too, I do recommend Adam a lot. But then there's competitors out there. Shop around if the price is a deal breaker for you. Shop around for sure. Jason Wade says the man is in the zone tonight. I appreciate that. If I'm in the zone sick, that means a lot. So Eric, standard EVH guitars any good? Yes. I said this a couple times, very much so. I put them high on the pedestal because they shouldn't be as good as they are for their price. On several reviews I did on the channel, they're old now on the channel, but they're still here. I was looking for flaws. There had to be a flaw for that price point, and I couldn't find anything. So, and I'm not just saying that again here too. I'd be honest with you. I would say, okay, I don't like this or I don't like this. There was nothing I found that was a flaw on it. They're fantastic. Now, of course, this isn't a flaw, but I do like to upgrade. I do like to put the Futone hardware on there I do that on any guitar. No matter what guitar I have, it's going to have Futone. It's come naturally to me now. Will Dunham is here. And hey, folks, if you get a chance, Will Dunham is a very, very kind soul. He's starting off a new YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. He's he's one of those guys that will give you his shirt off his back. Click on his name and there, Will Dunham, and go to his channel. And if you feel so inclined to subscribe, that would be awesome. Not only would you make him happy, I'd feel really good about it too. It'd be awesome if you would. Let me see here. Black Vulture is here saying hello. So that is the new sub from what I was told. So thank you, Black Vulture, for subscribing. That means a tremendous amount to me. And Eric is delaying my Van Halen listening today. And you know what? That is reason number one for me to end this broadcast, because we cannot delay anyone from listening to Van Halen. So you get some Van Halen right after this. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody just to make sure I'm not missing anyone. I think we're getting very close. And EJ's guitar says the original PV Wolfgang is the shiz. I agree that this baby played tonight really good. Wasn't me playing good, it was this guitar playing good. I love this guitar. Thank you. Oh, did you hear that? Thank you, my beautiful Wolfgang. And by the way, this guitar is named after Nocturnal Butterfly. One of her nicknames is Ruby Roo, and all my guitars are named after Ruby Roo. So this one is Black Roo. I've got back there, that's Amber Roo. I've got Purple Roo over there somewhere. That's Purple Roo number 2, actually, because I had a USA PV Wolfgang Flametop Purple. That was Purple Roo. I've got Cartoony Roo. I've got, what else do I have? Tiger Roo, which is my PRS, is Tiger Flametop. Creme de la Rue, which is my Cream Wolfgang. Tiger, what was the other one? Zebra Roo, which is my black and white EVH stripe. The list goes on and on. So all my guitars are named after Nocturnal Butterfly. So it shows how much how important she is to me. The guitars are named after her. Let me see. Almost done. And yes, Black Vulture has a great observation and a very good eye. He says, is that an Eastwood guitar behind him? The white, yes. That is and I wish it was mine, that is my 12-year-old son's guitar. Beautiful guitar. It's Eastwood Airline 59 3P Deluxe, 3 pickup deluxe, and they look like humbuckers. Apparently they're not humbuckers. They're not a P90 or whatever. They're a special custom single coil pickup, and they rock. And it's got like a million knobs on it. Very, very cool. Beautiful guitar. So good eye, Black Vulture. It's nice to have subscribers here jumping in too that know guitars as soon as they see them. Like all you guys and girls is awesome. Jason White said, this is awesome. Eric has forgotten he's live and just jamming in his own world. Love it. We got to get a sneak peek when it goes on cameras. The cameras go off as well. Matt Hogan, sounds great, Eric. Great playing. And thanks for all you do with your channel. I look forward to watching many more episodes in the future. Thank you so very much. Awesome. Man, I'm just getting spoiled by you people tonight. I love it. Rick Hefner, nice session. Jason Wade, can I say hell yeah? Yes, you can. Because I will if I can. You just did, and I did, and this is good. All right, we're almost down to the bottom of the chat. Quentin James, I scroll too fast. Oh, I hate it when I do that. It's my fault because so much goes by when I leave it and I go to scroll, and then boom, there's like 90 more conversations. Okay, Rick Hefner, nice session. I think I said that already. Hells yeah. Quentin James, awesome. Gold color, will you be at the NAM? Yes, Junior and I are going to be at NAM. We'll be probably heavily, for at least a couple days, we'll be between the Line 6 booth, EVH Gear, and also Kramer Guitars. And then we're going to probably pick a couple days where we'll just walk the floor, or at least one afternoon we'll walk the floor. So we'll be there for sure. We'll probably be wearing some bright color shirts, so watch for Junior and I. We will be there for sure. And Quentin James says, hopefully this kid will be doing a new gear day unboxing in a few days. Yes, and I think I know what you have coming. As a matter of fact, I do know what you have coming. I won't say it. I won't spoil it for anybody, and we'll look forward to that. That's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. Matt Hogan says, I'm in from the States, but if you're in the Hamilton, Ontario area, I will be playing a festival called Super Crawl on Saturday. Would be great to hang and talk some EVH shop. Hamilton on Saturday. Okay, do me a favor. I don't know if I can make that, but do me a favor, Matt. If you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/EVH Gear TV and just send a message through there just to remind me, okay? And I'll do my best. But Hamilton, that's not that long of a drive for me, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what we can do. That'd be great. It'd be nice to have you over here. And welcome to Canada. Let me see. Almost done. We're almost done. Dan Halen, slacker, he says. Black Vulture says, feel better soon. It's time for hay rides and apple cider. Yeah, hot apple cider would be great right now. I might grab a tea before bed. And I will hit the sack very soon too. Gold Coast has been finding sweet deals everywhere on gear. Good, that's nice. Let me see here. Halloween, Black Vulture. Yeah, everyone's so good. Well, actually, we got some cool Halloween merch up too at the Broadstash Boutique, broadstash.com. Check it out. We have some Halloween wearables, which is really cool. And yeah, Quentin says, I bet it smells all nice and tubey in here now. Yeah, the dust has burnt off, so now we're just smelling hot tubes. Very, very nice. David Jorgen Peterson says, you definitely pulled it off tonight. Thank you. And Black Vulture says, PreSonus interface. Yes, I'm using the PreSonus AR12, Studio Live AR12 USB, and I'm using PreSonus. Not that I'm using them at the moment for this. When I use my Helix, I'm using the PreSonus Aris E8s, 8-inch monitors. So I love PreSonus. It did sound really good, especially the last few songs. Thank you. Appreciate that. Malcolm Day says, good night, folks. Bedtime for tonight. Have a great one. And we're down to the end pretty much. Man, that's awesome. 32 watching, 32 thumbs up. I really have that many thumbs up. If that's the case, that's awesome. Thank you, Quentin. And Jason White says, night all. This has been an epic stream. Great work, Eric and Nocturnal. Everyone sleep well. Aaron Short, music is here, jumping in. He says, hi, buddy. Aaron, thank you so very much. And here's another person I do highly recommend to check out. He does some fantastic acoustic demos and song covers. Beautiful, beautiful songs. Got a great voice. And he's really working hard on his YouTube, and he's really taking it serious. So I suggest you, if you want to click on Aaron's name there and go check out his channel as well too. And he would appreciate it, and I appreciate it as well too. It's kind of trying to grow our community. Mellow Brian says, thanks for this tuneful nightcap. It's 4:20. That is, yeah, get to bed. Take it easy. And Sonia says, night all, laters, enjoyable evening. So everyone, thank you so very, very much. I think we're going on 2.5 hours. That's unheard of here on the channel. But it was fun. I had a great evening with you, and we'll look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Have a very nice night, and again, with the storm, the hurricane, whatever we're at with it right now, be safe out there. I haven't followed the news today, so just be safe. And I'm going to turn over to the outro credits here. We will see you very, very soon, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for having a great evening with me tonight, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you. Good night.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I'm playing Wolverine guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.